I launched this channel 3 months ago, and the YouTube algorithm hates me. It keeps suggesting my videos to people in almost every country except English-speaking ones. So now, after months of hard labor, I find myself with videos that barely get clicked on by the 94% French, Belgian, Swiss audience they're suggested to. I can't even get feedback on my content because my videos basically just sit there, ignored by all these people who understandably would rather watch stuff in their own language. Thank you very much. Right now, I have a magnificent total of 17 subscribers. Oh, and one doesn't really count because he's my ex-husband. Not a stalker, just a great friend. So yeah, basically 16 subscribers after 3 months of posting religiously 4 times a week. And to add to the ridiculousness of the situation, it turns out that the rare times that my videos do get suggested to English-speaking audiences, it's very often at the end of adult content videos with titles like Everything You Need to Know About BDSM. And don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against studying all the various sexual practices available to us. On the contrary. But come on, algorithm. How on earth do you imagine that someone will watch a 20-minute video about which toy is best for backdoor pleasure, and then at the end of it think, oh yes, now I want to dig into the mechanism behind my fear of rejection? Seriously? So let me tell you, working on this channel has taken almost all 24 hours of every single one of my days since February. Ever since then, my idea of going out has been walks in the forest with my dogs. And I do that every day, but that's it. The rest has been work, 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 work. And this is not a whinge segment because for the most part, I've really enjoyed this YouTube adventure. But I've also realized something. I got a bit lost in my desire to succeed at it. And not because of all the hours I put into it. Here's what happened. I wanted to succeed. So I felt it was very important that the scripts for my videos be top-notch. I'm confident speaking English, but as you can tell, it's not my first language. And I have this thing where I think, well, if I'm going to use a language that's not mine, I want to do it justice. I don't want to butcher it in every sentence I speak. Hence, AI. Yes, AI. Let's talk about that. The first time I sent one of my scripts to ChatGPT and asked it to correct any language mistake and make sure that what I'd written was coherent, it came back with the whole thing rewritten so beautifully that I thought, wow, if I didn't have the weirdest accent in the world, as someone once told me, this would make me sound really good. And I was pretty excited about that. Until I put the initial excitement aside and reread that polished script. And yes, that script was now very, very well written. But it didn't sound like me anymore. And so I ended up spending hours and hours and hours fighting with AI, trying to resurrect the real me from the ashes. And I did that with every script. It seems ChatGPT is very stubborn and has a hard time sticking to instructions. It can't help itself. It has to insert as many tried and tested writing formulas into scripts as non-humanly possible. And something terrifying came out of all that. I spent so much time fiddling with my scripts and getting annoyed at ChatGPT's constant altering of my way of expressing myself that I learned to notice everything about AI writing patterns. And no, that's not the terrifying thing. The terrifying, truly terrifying thing is that I now see those AI writing patterns everywhere. In emails I receive, even emails from friends, newsletters, promotional content. And I see it on highly successful YouTube channels I've been following for years. Just the other day, The exact same sequence of words that AI suggested to me for one of my scripts some time ago. I heard it said by someone else on YouTube. Now, I'm all for using AI to make life and work easier. I love that about it. And you may not have a YouTube channel yourself or a newsletter, but maybe you use AI to communicate with other people. This is not me throwing stones at anyone using this tool to help them make sense of documents or create new recipes or even write scripts. But if we don't keep our awareness on, we will all end up speaking in the same way, saying the same words in the same order with the same conviction that we've got something unique and very much us, when we actually don't. If you don't find that terrifying, good for you. But personally, I hope I never forget my very own, very human way of expressing myself, or my sometimes highly questionable sense of humor, just for the sake of what is considered success in the YouTube world, or any other world for that matter. So this video is me. All my future videos will be me. Not quite polished, possibly weird at times. Human, basically. And let me end this with a message for my current subscribers if they're watching this. Dear 16+1 subscribers, you're the best. Thank you. Are you done licking your balls? Yes, you are?